Hey guys.
Hey guys.
We're back with another sci-fi review. This time we're reviewing episode 3 of Childhood's End, titled The Children. If you haven't seen the episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later, because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler.
Okay, so
Wow.
we were saying how every episode has a different feel. The first episode was very hopeful. The second episode was very sinister, and there was like the sense of betrayal. This episode was very bittersweet. It was it was very sad, but it was okay that it was sad.
It's very bittersweet and sad and tragic, but also beautiful in a way. For instance, toward the end of the episode, where the children are all levitating and leaving their parents, and their parents are heartbroken. They're losing their children, and they're never going to be able to have children again. Like, Carellen tells them no more children will be born of Earth. And so the children are all gone. The parents are heartbroken, which is very sad and very tragic. But on the other hand, you got to be kind of proud that as a species, we have evolved to this point.
Yeah, that we had evolved so much that our children were ready to go somewhere else to continue their evolution.
Yeah. Also in this episode, creepy children are creepy.
Yeah. They had some pretty fantastic casting.
Yeah.
Jennifer was the creepiest child I've ever seen in my life. Her acting was phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's going to be winning Academy Awards and all of the other awards for actors when
Golden Globes.
Yeah, like she's gonna be winning all of those in like her teens, because oh my god, she was amazing.
She is a superstar. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing in this episode though was Milo.
Yeah.
And his mission, his personal mission to get to the home world of the Overlords.
Yeah, they figure out, him and Rachel, right? Mm-hmm. They figure out that, it would only take, for Milo, it would only be about 100 days round trip to go to the world and then turn around and come back. But that's, although it would be only 100 days for him, it would be 80 years on Earth. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, they manipulate time. Maybe they do that in their travel, and it'll actually only be 100 days.
Yeah. Like, he's totally just rolling the dice on this.
Yeah, and he's like, it was something he had to do. He was like, the mystery Jennifer, she is here, but the answer to that's not here. And he was totally correct. Mm-hmm. Like, going to their home world, that gave him the answer he was looking for.
Yeah, and meeting the Overmind.
Yeah.
And what a genius kind of depiction of God.
Yeah, it was absolutely genius.
So when Milo does get back to Earth, it's been, I think he said, it's been over 85 years, and there's no people left on Earth, and the orbital has been destroyed, and Rachel is dead. And the saddest moment of the episode for me was when he ripped the necklace off of her and he shattered her.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, that was that was crazy.
I was like, what, dude, maybe they could have done something for her. She's been basically perfectly preserved because she was frozen. Yeah. Because she was apparently ejected into space when the orbital was destroyed. So maybe there was enough of her DNA or whatever to resurrect her, to make a clone. I mean, come on, these guys can do all kinds of stuff. They can stop time. Yeah. I'm sure they can make another Rachel.
But, that's not really their purpose.
No. What
I didn't get is, Milo is a scientist, and the Overlords, tell him, well, we're not mad that you hitched a ride and came to our home planet.
They're oddly really cool with it.
And we brought you back so you can see Earth, but, Earth is gone, all of humanity's dead. You're welcome to just travel with us. And he decides to go back down to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I would be traveling with them. Put me and Stasis on the travel time and let me see all these different worlds, because they do this over and over and over again for different species.
And not only that, he could then be kind of an additional liaison. Like, look, I was part of a planet that they helped evolve. This is the way it went for us. And, he could be just like another layer of PR, basically, for the Overlords for the next planet that they have to help.
Yeah.
I would totally be down for that if I was Milo.
I know.
Instead, he decided, to ride Earth to its doom and his own doom.
Yeah.
Sticking with when Milo hitchhiked on the, not hitchhiked, but hitched a ride, stowed away on the Overlord ship. When he wakes up and gets discovered, the guy is like, oh, well, all right then. You're just going to be here now. Like, he is totally cool with it.
Yeah, and I love that he hadn't learned English yet.
Yeah.
And they did it brilliantly. Like, you're not well. You're on floor. Like
he goes. You're not feeling well. Hence the floor.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. Hence the floor.
and for such a tragic and bittersweet and sad episode, that moment of levity did a lot.
And I like that same Overlord was there when he gets to Earth, and he's like, "I've been practicing. I now have a complete grasp of the language."
And he starts reciting Shakespeare.
Yes, it was fantastic.
And a few moments ago we mentioned Jennifer, and she's kind of like the lead, like the most evolved human, to the point where she's the one basically causing Earth's destruction.
Yeah.
She is there in the Pillar of Light, and she's kind of manipulating the matter or something.
Well, she's, it looks like they're harvesting Earth's energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Earth was there for this process of the evolution of our species. And now that they've taken the children and moved them on to somewhere else, they now harvest all the energy from that planet.
Maybe they use that for fuel?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But it's just, instead of just letting it sit there and go to waste, they're utilizing it.
And finally, Ricky. Throughout the series, throughout the novel, he has been basically the lead character. And his story in this episode, it was very tragic and sad and also bittersweet because he's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
Or some kind of illness brought on by spending so much time on the ship talking to Corellin. And just it was a very long, drawn-out scene, but it didn't feel too long when we were watching it.
Yeah.
When he was, reliving his honeymoon in the hotel with Annabelle.
What I really liked is when he first started to, as he was first starting to decline, it was kind of retracting back into his mind, and Corellin was helping him by setting up the honeymoon suite and everything. He calls his wife Annabelle, and she's really sad about that. But then, as he's reliving his honeymoon, he's realizing it's not quite right, and he's noticing things that are wrong. And then he talks to Corellin, and he's like, no, just put this away. This isn't what I want to remember.
Yeah.
And he comes back, and he actually recognizes his wife, and he stops calling her Annabelle.
Yeah. And they lie down in the grass and they look at the stars together as he passes away. And it was super sad.
Yeah.
And tragic and bittersweet and all the feels.
Yes. Right here.
But it's the whole story was like that.
Yeah.
And so, like Ricky's life and death is like a direct mirror of the story overall.
Yeah. What I found really interesting was that it seems like the Overlords are at the peak of their evolution. Mm-hmm. They cannot go anywhere else and evolve any further. So that's why that's their job as Overlord. And they go and they take species that have evolved on a planet where they've gotten to their peak of evolution on that planet, and then they move them to a different planet and, start all over again. And it was kind of a perfect explanation for religion and for why the Overlords looked like the devil and why hell, it looked like their home planet.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If we missed something, if there's something you think we should have talked about that we didn't, or if we got something wrong, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and we really hope you did, be sure to let us know by clicking that like button and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.